This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you this amazing roulette strategy that was just sent in by one of my subscribers, Greg. He said that he's been going to his casino by his house and winning consistently every single day with this system, and he decided he wanted to share it with all of you so that you could start winning as well. So I think that's pretty awesome, and I can't wait to share it with you today. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll dive right into it. All right. So we're going to use $10 units. Start on first and second 12 and spin, and then I'm going to show you how this system has some things in it that are similar to other systems, and then some things that are very different that are pretty awesome for recovery. So we lost the first spin, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit out and until it doesn't hit third 12 or 0 like one system from the past, and see how that saves us there. We didn't lose again. The only way to lose with this system is to actually to have third 12s and 0s. And look what we just did there. We saved both those losses because we're not going to bet again until third 12 and 0 actually don't hit. So now it's time to bet again. And we're going to go from 10 units to 50 units. And that's up 4 units. And it's going to be different after wins. But let's go ahead and spin. And let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a win. So anytime you get it on the first one, you know you're in session profit. So you restart. We're up $30. And now we would go back to the original $10 bet. But when you have multiple losses, as I'm going to show you here in a little bit, it's going to be very different as opposed to the original system that was like this. So there's another win. Okay, we bet again. When you get a win at 10, you just rebet, and here we go. There's another loss, though. We've had lots of third 12s so far, but that's okay. That way you guys can see how to deal with them. And we're going to go from 10 to 50, and that's up 4 units. So let's go ahead and get a spin in here. That's a 21 red. Oh, and actually I was supposed to sit out on that one. I'm sorry, guys. But on the next one, I'll make sure I do that right. So you actually need to sit out after a third 12 or 0. But let's go ahead and spin. And we would have won either way, so that's good. So our balance would be the same. And so now we're going to keep going on first and second. I'm glad that last one wasn't a third 12, because I know a lot of you would be saying, well, if you'd done it right, you would have lost, but that didn't happen. So that's good, and let's keep going here. Okay, so now we're going to have 10 on first, 10 on second. And I make mistakes just like everybody else. And that's a 3 red. All right, so let's rebet that until we get a third 12 or 0. And let's see what we get here. That's a win. That's a 6 black. But if you've seen the original system, make sure you stick around. It's a very different recovery system that's going to be a lot better. So make sure you stick around for that. Let's spin again. That is a loss. That's a 36 red. So we're going to go up 4 units to 50. But we're not going to, I almost did it again. We're going to sit out first. Okay, so we're going to sit out. And that, again, that's because if you get 10 or 20 in a row of a third 12, you won't lose. And see, if I had made that mistake there, that would have cost me. So we saved money by doing this. I hope you can tell that. That's one really cool thing about the system. Look, we just saved again. You know, the only ways you can lose with this system are third 12s and 0s, and we just had 2 more that we didn't even bet on, and we didn't lose a thing on those, which is nice. So, okay, we didn't hit third 12 or 0, so now we're going to go to 50, up 4 units. And we're going to spend, then we're going to check our balance here. Okay, that's a win. So again, anytime you win on the $50 bet, you know you're in session profit. And you can see we're already up $140. And but then after that, it's very important to know the session profit, because you're going to have to make sure you use what I'm going to show you here in a minute to get back there. And there's another win. Let's check our balance. We're up 150. We'll rebet that and spin. Here we go. That's another win. That's a 3 red. Okay, let's rebet that. Check our balance. We're up 160 and spin. Here we go. What's it going to be? 6 black. That's another win. We'll take those $10 wins all day long, and we're up 170 now. And here we go. That's a loss. That's a 29 black. Okay, so we're going to sit out, and that'll save us in case there's 5, 10, 20 in a row, third 12. And it didn't hit third 12 or 0, so we're going to bet again. Up 4 units to 50. And then if we don't get this, I'm going to show you the next step. So here we go, and let's spin. Okay, we got the win, so we know we can restart. But I'll be sharing that with you here shortly. We're up $200. So let's rebet and spin. Let's see what we get here. That's a win. That's a 1 red. Okay, we're up 250. Let's rebet. And here we go. And you could use this on dollar units, $5 units, whatever you would like if this is too much to bet for you. But there's a loss, so we're going to sit out again. And let's see if a third 12 hits or a 0. It did not, so it's time to bet again. And we'll be going from 10 to 50. Okay. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we got the win, so we know we can restart. But again, I'll be sharing with you that what happens if you lose 2 in a row there here in a minute. So we're up $200, and let's go back to the $10 bet. All right. There we go, and let's spin. Doing pretty well so far. Okay, that's a win. That's a 6 black. All right. We're going to rebet and spin. That is a win. That's a 4 black. All right. We're up $220. All right, let's repeat that bet. That's a loss. That's a 29 black. Okay, so we'll spin without betting, just to save us again from if there's a lot of them in a row. And we didn't get one, so that means we can restart. We're going to go to 50. And we're still up 200. Let's go ahead and spin at 50. And that's a loss. So that's the first time that we've lost twice in the recovery mode. So now we're going to spin without betting before we increase. And we didn't hit a third 12 or 0. So that means now we're going to go up 4 units from 50 to 90. And now if we get a win, something different is going to happen. So let's go ahead and spin. And then if we do get a win, I'll show you that. Either way, I'll show you that. And let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a win. So now we got a win at 90. And we're actually going to go back 2 units now. So we're going to go back to 70. And there we go. 70 on each, and let's spin. Okay, we got the win. So now we're in session profit again, and we can go back to the beginning. So we're up 260. Let's clear those out and go back to the original $10 bet now. So we're going to be going 4 forward, 2 back until we're in session profit, as opposed to the original way this was played, where every time you get a loss, you just go 2 forward, 2 forward, 2 forward. And okay, we won there $10. Let's rebet. Let's check our balance. We're up 270, and let's spin. All right, that's a 5 red. That's a win. Okay, so let's rebet and spin. Let's see what we get here. What's it gonna be? It's a 1 red. Almost went to the 0, but that's a win. And let's rebet. I'll take as many as these $10 wins in a row as I can get, because there's a loss, 29 black. So we're going to spin without betting just to make sure we don't have 10 or so in a row, third 12. And see, it saved us again. Isn't that fantastic? That's really cool. So we could have 20 in a row, third 12. We wouldn't lose any of them. So now we're ready to bet again. Okay, so now we would go to 50. Okay, we're up to 70. And now we have 50 on each. Let's see what we get here. That's a win. Let's check our balance. We're in session profit, so we can restart. We're up 320. So keep track of that in the back of your head where you're at. And it's always good to check a bunch of the time just to make sure. Let's go ahead and spin again. All right. That is a 7 red. That's a win. Let's rebet. And we're spinning again. Let's see what we get. That's a loss. That would have been a loss with that 0 or that 28 that were right there next to each other. And now we're going to spin without betting. And let's see what we get. That saved us again. You see how that works? Incredible. I hope there's 30 in a row right now. It makes me feel really good. That is a 24 black. That's not a third 12 or 0. So we're going to go ahead and increase by 4 units. And we're up 310. Here we go. Double 0. So we lost again. Been a lot of zeros today. And that was at 50 each, so we're going to spin without betting before we go to 90. And make sure we don't get a string of those. Okay, we didn't get a third 12 or 0, so now we're going to go to 90 on each. Here we go, up 4 units. We get that one back to 90. We're at 210 right now. And here we go. Another 0. Okay. This is going to be a challenge. So we're going to spin without betting before we go from 90 to 130. And here we go. So it's time to bet again. And it's trying to get us, isn't it? Okay, we'll check our balance. And we're at 130 on each of those. And let's go ahead and spin. Been a rough ride here. Let's see if we can recover. There's a win. That helps. Okay, that was at 130. So now we go back 2 units from 130 to 110. And we need a couple wins in a row here. All right. Here we go. Okay, that's another win. That was at 110. So now we need to check our profit. We're not quite there, so we need to go from 110 back 2 units to, that would be to 90. And let's go ahead and spin. Let's check our balance first. We're at 270, and we have 90 on each. Oh, we lost though. Ouch. Okay. So we need to sit out, but we were at 90, so we need to remember that. And now we're going to spin without betting. Hey, we didn't hit third 12 or 0. So now we're going to go up 4 units from 90 to 130. All right, let's check our balance. And let's spin 130 each on first and second. That's a win, so we'll go back 2 units from 130 to 110. And here we go. All right, we're up 220. 110 each on first and second. Okay, we got the win. So now we can restart. We're back in session profit. So we went +4 -2 until we got back in session profit. So We're up $330, so we're back to the $10 units again. So here we are, 10 on each, and let's spin. Let's see what we get here. That's a 24 black, that's a win. We'll take all the wins we can get, so we'll repeat that with 10 on each. Let's check our balance. We're up 340, and let's spin. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to go up 4 units. So now we'll go, first we have to spin without betting though. Don't forget that part of it. And we got a 2 black, so we're ready to bet again. But we'll go from 10 to 50. Check our balance. We're up 320. And let's spin. Okay, we got the win. So again, anytime you win on 50, you know you're in session profit. So now we're up 370, back to $10 on each. And here we go. That's another loss though. So we are going to sit out and spin again until we don't hit third 12 and 0. Okay, we didn't hit those, so we're going to go from 10 to 50. Up 4 units, and we're going to spin. And we'll check our balance here again. And we got the win. So again, anytime you win on 50, you know you're in session profit. So we're up 400 now, doing pretty well. And let's spin. Double zero, that's another loss. We've had a lot of zeros today, like I said. So now we're going to spin without betting. Make sure we don't get a long string of third 12s and zeros. We don't want that, and we didn't. So now we can bet again. So now we're going to have a $50 bet on first and second. Check our balance. We're up 380, and let's spin. And that's a win. Again, when you win on 50, you know you're in session profit. And we're up 430. So 10 on each again, and here we go. And again, the bankroll on this is $2,000. If that's too much for you and you want to use, $1, you could do a $200 bankroll. So it's anybody can use these systems just by changing the start of the unit size, or changing the unit size to $1 or $5, whatever works best for you. So here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a loss. That's a 28 black. So we're going to sit out and spin. Make sure we don't get that big string of third 12s and zeros. And we didn't. Okay, so now we're going to go to 50. And let's go ahead and spin at 50. Okay, we got the win. So we know we're in session profit. We're up 470, and then we go back to 10. And let's spin. That's a 19 red. Okay, that's a win. So we'll rebet. Check our balance. We're up 480, and here we go. That's a win. 16 red. Okay, let's rebet that. Check our balance. We're up 490. And here we go. That's a win. That gets us up 500. Fantastic. All right, let's rebet. Check our balance. You see we're up 500. Doing pretty well with this. So definitely a little bit different than the original, and I like it. So that's a 9 red. All right. Let's rebet that. We're up 510 now. And let's spin. There's a loss. That's a 35 black. Okay, so we'll sit out. Make sure we don't get a string of those. And we did not. So here we go again. We're going to go up 4 units to 50. Check our balance. We're up 490. Here we go. That's a win. So we know we're in session profit again. Now we're up $540. Pretty darn good. Okay, let's spin again. Back to 10. That's another loss. It's a 30 red. Okay, we're going to spin without betting. Make sure that we don't get a long string of these. And what are we getting here? That's 14 red. That is a, that's not a third 12 or 0, so we're going up to 50, up 4 units. Check our balance. Up 520, and let's spin. And we won. So we know we're in session profit. We're up $570. Fantastic. All right, back to 10s. Here we go. 0. Ouch. All right, that's okay. So we're going to spin without betting. Make sure we don't get 25 zeros in a row. And let's see what we get. Okay, we didn't hit third 12 or 0. So we're going to go up 4 units from 10 to 50. Check our balance. We're up 550. And spin. And we lost again. So now we're sitting out again before we go to 90. We're going to spin, make sure we don't have consecutive third 12s and 0s. We did not, so it's time to bet again. Now we're going up to 90. Check our balance. We're at 450. And let's spin. Okay, we got the win. Now let's check our balance. So we're up 540. I think that's actually, we're still in session profit, so let's go back to 10. And if it's within $10 or so of session profit, just be smart and restart. So here we go again. We're starting back at 10. Even if you're 20 off, sometimes it's worth it. Just restart if you're close. And there's a win. Let's rebet that. Check our balance. We're up 550. We might have even been up 560 before, but yeah, if it's close, go ahead and be safe. And there's a loss. Okay, so we're going to sit out. Make sure we don't get 10 in a row, third 12s. But see how that saved us there? That is awesome. So I hope there are 10 in a row, third 12s, just to prove the point of how much this system can save you. Now we're going from 10 to 50. Up 4 units because we didn't hit a third 12 or 0. We're at 530. That's important to remember. And here we go. Okay, we got the win. So we know we're in session profit. We're up 580. Okay, so being up 580, we're going to start back with 10 on each. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. All right, that's a loss. That's a 26 black. So we're going to spin without betting. Make sure we don't have a pile of those in a row. And we don't, so we go up 4 units. $50. Check our balance. We're at 560. That's important to remember. And here we go at 50 on each. Double 0. Ouch. Okay, so we spin without betting now. Before we go up to 90, make sure we don't get a slew of those in a row. And that just saved us again. See how that works? We didn't lose a thing, and we've had 2 in a row, third 12 and 0. And now it's time to bet again because we didn't hit one. And we're going to 90, up 4 units. All right, we're at 460 right now with 90 on each. Okay, we got the win, so we'll go, unless we're in session profit, we're going to go back 2. So we would go from 90 to 70, but let's check it. And actually, that's close enough. We were at, I believe, yeah, we were right at 550, so we can restart. That's right on session profit levels. So again, you can check that, and here we go again at 10. Always be safe. If you're within 10 or 20 of that session profit, just be safe, because you're going to get some wins on these $10 bets as well. So they'll add up. So here we go. That's a win. That's a 7 red. Okay, we're going to rebet that. And here we go. That's a 4 black. That's a win. Let's rebet. Double 0. Ouch. Okay, so we're going to spin without betting. Make sure we don't get a pile of those like I said before. We don't want that. And we didn't, so we're going to go up to 50. First we'll check where we're at. We're at 560. And here we go. We have 50 on each now. Oh, we lost again. Ouch. Okay, so if let's go ahead and spin here first, and I'll cover a few things. Make sure we don't get a bunch in a row. See how that saves us there? That's fantastic. So let's spin again. Spin. Look at that. That's awesome. That saved us. We would have lost on all these. Even if there's 20 in a row, we don't lose a thing. And it's time to bet again because we didn't hit a third 12 or 0. We go up 4 units to 90. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. Okay, we got a win there at 90. So we're within $10 of where we were before, so we don't want to test it. We want to go back to $10. So I'm going to go ahead and take that $550 to the bank. And you got to be smart when you're playing. When you're ahead, you don't want to risk too much. But I hope you really enjoyed this system. Thanks for sending it in. And I just love how you guys keep sending in new systems every day. That's what makes the channel great. It's all about you guys. You're fantastic. I'm just really lucky to have such smart people that put in the time and test these systems, and I think it's a lot of fun as well. So thank you guys for that. That's amazing. Also, there's a playlist coming up here in a minute that you can click on, top 10 most viewed videos. There's also a top 5 one. Might help you navigate the channel better if you want to do that. Also, we have some polls coming out every day that are a lot of fun if you want to take part in those. They're pretty fun to get to know how everybody is like, and it helps me get to know you guys as well. And it's a good thing we ended there. It looked like the 0 came up next. So that's awesome. Also, if you haven't joined the TRM fan club yet, it's a community within a community. It's only 99 cents a month, and you can sign up for it with the link in the description, and or click join on the homepage. And if you want to do that, that's awesome. But I really appreciate everyone's support. And this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.